I used to think ghost towns were a Western thing. Like, you had to go to Nevada or Arizona to find them. Then I went digging into Arkansas and found out this state has been quietly erasing entire towns for centuries. 13 of them, gone. Some got flooded out by man-made lakes. Some got bypassed when the railroad said, "Nope, not you." One literally got swallowed by a river. And the wildest part? A few of them you can still visit today, if you know exactly where to look. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1 rush. Picture this: hotels, theaters, a bakery, thousands of people crammed into the Ozark Hills of Marion County, Rush, Arkansas. This wasn't some tiny frontier outpost. This was a real buzzing town. But here's the thing: every single bit of it ran on zinc, and specifically on World War I, making zinc insanely valuable overnight. The second the war ended, demand just died. The mines closed, the hotels emptied, the post office held on until the mid-1950s, and then that was it too. Now you can hike 1.5 miles through what's left on the mine-level trail. Mine shafts, collapsed buildings, old equipment rusting in the trees. Let that sink in. A whole town, now a hiking trail. Number 2, Montagnais. So you know how some guys just get a big idea and completely lose the plot? That's William Coyne Harvey. Economist, political agitator, and the guy who decided to build a luxury resort in the Ozark Hills of Benton County. Arkansas's first indoor swimming pool, multiple hotels, the whole thing. But here's what nobody tells you. He also started building a 130-foot obelisk because he wanted future civilizations to find it after the apocalypse. I'm not kidding. That's a real thing he did. Then Beaver Lake showed up. The Army Corps of Engineers built the dam in the 1960s. The water rose, and Montagnais just went under. The amphitheater foundations are still down there right now. But here's the catch. During droughts, it comes back up. The ruins resurface. You can literally kayak over the amphitheater when water levels are high, or walk through what's left of Harvey's mausoleum when they drop. A ghost town that plays hide and seek based on rainfall. Harvey wanted to leave a message for future civilizations. The message he got back? A lake doesn't care about your monument. Number 3, Dogpatch, USA. This one hits different. Dogpatch, USA wasn't some dusty 1800s mining operation. It was a real theme park. Newton County, 1968. Rides, characters, a trout farm, families piling in every summer. It was based on the Lyle Abner comic strip, which, if you're under 40, you've probably never heard of. And that was exactly the problem. The comic faded, the crowds thinned, and by 1993, the gates closed for good. But here's what nobody tells you. The buildings just stayed there. Roller coaster tracks, gift shop shells, vines slowly eating everything. The Ozarks don't care if your concrete is 30 years old or 300. Nature moved back in like it owned the place, because eventually, it did. Number 4, Arkansas Post. Arkansas Post has been here since 1686. French trading post, Spanish fort, territorial capital. This place had more history stacked into it than most states can claim total. And at its peak in the early 1800s, it was a real river port. Thousands of people, serious money moving through, actual political power. Then the railroads showed up and skipped it completely. And the Arkansas River, which was supposed to be the whole point, just moved. Shifted course. Cut the town off like it was nothing. The flooding got relentless. People rebuilt, then stopped rebuilding, then left. Today it's the Arkansas Post National Memorial, which sounds impressive until you realize you're standing in a very well-maintained field. Number 5, Napoleon. Napoleon sat right at the spot where the Arkansas River runs into the Mississippi. Prime real estate, right? Major port, serious river traffic, one of the best positions in the whole state. But here's the catch. The Mississippi River is not a polite neighbor. It erodes, it floods, it just does whatever it wants. And over the mid to late 1800s, it straight up ate Napoleon. Buildings fell into the water. The cemetery went in. Streets went in. The whole town gone. Not abandoned, not relocated, just consumed. There is no site to visit. No trail, no memorial, no ruins. Just the river sitting there on top of an entire town. Number 6, Bear Creek Springs. Bear Creek Springs, Carroll County. Good water, good location, real community. In the 1800s, that was genuinely enough to build something lasting. Then the railroad came through and went somewhere else. No flood, no mine collapse, no dramatic moment. Just a line drawn on a map by some surveyor in an office who probably never set foot in Carroll County. And if your town wasn't on that line, you were done. Merchants left first. Residents followed the merchants. The post office eventually closed. That's it. That's the whole story. Here's the thing. Bear Creek Springs wasn't failing. The railroad just said no, and that quiet little no was basically a death sentence. Number 7, Rush Junction. So here's something nobody talks about. Rush didn't operate alone. It had a whole support hub built around it called Rush Junction. Its entire job was to move zinc out and keep the mining operation fed. That's it. That's all it did. So when Rush collapsed, Rush Junction had nothing left to do. It wasn't a farming town. It wasn't a river port. It was pure infrastructure for a dead industry. And pure infrastructure with no industry is just a field. Think of it like working for a company that makes one product and that product gets killed overnight. You don't pivot. You just close. Rush Junction closed fast and left almost nothing behind. Number 8, Silver City. Silver City. Just the name alone is doing so much work. You hear that and you're already picturing mining wealth, frontier money, a town going somewhere fast. But here's the catch. The silver never really showed up. The mining economy that was supposed to make Silver City into an actual Silver City just never hit the scale anyone promised. So the post office opened, ran its course, and closed. Businesses that existed purely on the assumption of future growth just deflated. Number 9, Old Davidsonville. Old Davidsonville doesn't get nearly enough credit for how wild its story actually is. This was one of the first real American settlements in what became Arkansas. Courthouse, post office, actual businesses. And it was gone before the 1840s. Here's what nobody tells you. It wasn't one thing that killed it. Flooding from the Black River, disease tearing through the population, and then the railroad routing decisions that kept skipping it entirely. The county seat packed up and left, and everyone just followed. Number 10, Elkhorn Tavern area. Every other town on this list got taken out by water, money, or a railroad. Elkhorn Tavern got taken out by a 2-day battle. March 1862, Benton County. The Battle of Pea Ridge happened right here. Thousands of soldiers, brutal fighting, and the Elkhorn Tavern itself getting used as a headquarters and a field hospital. The community around it never recovered. The small economy, the travelers stopping through, the daily life, all of it just got scrambled and never came back together. Number 11, Harmony Grove, old site. Here's a ghost town pattern nobody talks about. The town that got replaced by a newer version of itself. Harmony Grove in Clark County didn't flood, didn't mine itself out, didn't get bypassed. It just got superseded. The new version, now called Camden, got the railroad, got the county seat, got everything. And when a town moves instead of collapses, it takes all its stuff with it. The old site gets stripped before it gets abandoned. What's left is basically just some historical records and a patch of land. Number 12, Zinc. Zinc in Boone County is the one that fought back. It incorporated in 1904, built real community around mining, and then got absolutely wrecked by a catastrophic flood in 1927. The mines eventually played out, people drained away slowly, and by the time the post office finally closed, it was basically just a formality. You can still find old mine trails and a swinging bridge out there. The physical evidence is real. The town, though, has been gone for a long, long time. Number 13. Gilbert. Gilbert is the last stop, and it's the one that'll mess with your head the most. Because Gilbert isn't completely gone. There's still a tiny community there right now. But the original town footprint? The Buffalo River has been slowly, patiently taking it back for decades. No single dramatic flood. No one big disaster. Just the river coming back season after season, pushing the community a little further back each time, until the 1972 Buffalo National River designation made it official. This corridor belongs to nature now. So, here's what 13 Towns actually tells you. Arkansas has been running this experiment for 300 years, and the results don't lie. Rivers move, lakes get made, railroads go where they want, mines run out, and every single time, the land wins. So drop a comment, which one hits you hardest, and subscribe, because we're just getting started.